PBL are: will PBL still remain as a separate independent method for forming 21st century skills, or whether it will merge with the BL as it's a perfect combination as we practice it, and I think everybody agrees.
We need to create a learning environment in order to ensure our students to be prepared to contribute to the 21st century workforce. Most students retain and use little of what they memorize in classroom situations. Unfortunately, this memorization is based on traditional programs, and PBL attempts to break this focus on engaging students in structuring solutions to relevant problems, to real-life situations. Replacing traditional programs with traditional lectures, with discussion forums, faculty mentoring, and also collaborative researchers, students become more actively engaged in meaningful learning.
Project-based learning allows me to share my thinking and accomplish our goals together. It makes me to be motivated.
I think future PBL is obvious. It's not about one boring things. It's fun to learn a lot of cool stuff. You don't have to work on 4 subjects and 4 different times. I felt like I learned more about the topic through a project than doing worksheets. It's less stressful.
I love PBL because it's like a secret or a puzzle.
Teachers help us, but they don't tell us the answers. They ask us more and more questions. We know the facts, but we also learn how to connect these facts. It makes me excited. It's not always easy to work with everyone, but that's the real world.
Namaste, I am Prasun Raj Bhandari, currently a third-year medical student at Virat Medical College, Viratnagar, Nepal. Problem-based learning is an effective learning technique that we had practiced in 2 years of preclinical sciences. Here we discussed about a certain case in which the triggers were given regarding patient particulars, results of some spatial investigation, routine investigation, and so on. Problem-based learning consisted of 8 to 12 students in which there was a certain group. We discussed about those triggers. Here, each and every student were designated a certain topic to be discussed. There was a first day in which we discussed about the learning issue, the objectives that we need to be assigned, and the other day we came up with studying those designated topics. So we had an effective discussion the other day in presence of one of our experts, that's one of our teachers. So here, the advantages that we faced from problem-based learning is that we had a proper discussion, we had the chances of critical thinking.
About this kind of program, because basically teacher's role is just to help you get a sufficient way to learning. And in this kind of group discussion, I'm so confused because students don't have this basic knowledge for the subject, for the unit, for the lessons. So how can they discuss in an efficient way? So how can we truly understand something?
So what about searching up on Google or searching up for resources and reading those resources? What about that?
Well, in Google there's a lot of inefficient, unuseful information, like trashy.
Problem one of is forming a group. How can I choose the other student? Maybe I don't like him. I don't want to work with him, and then maybe some few other there, and I don't want to do that much. Maybe I do the thing. So, but teacher will give the same mark.
It doesn't validate the teacher as much?
Well, I mean, the teacher their job will be to give students the proper way of learning. So like the materials they give to the students should be the ones that guide the students of how to think.
Academic materials?
Yeah, the academic materials.
That's good. Yeah, I totally.
Students will grow as an individual and they will be able to learn by themselves because they are forced to problem solve themselves.
Yeah.
They are motivated to get to the conclusion by themselves, and this will make them actually more confident.
Very good.
When they work in groups, and in the future they'll be leading conversation.
You're right, because when
Yes, I think it has a very bright future because I think it really teaches students a variety of skills rather than just the traditional memorizing of information. It really teaches them to be more proactive in terms of solving a problem, I think.
I reckon the issue would be obviously the student dynamics, but also that the teachers would really need to be trained in that particular way of like developing the group so that the PBL could actually work. Because if the teachers aren't like aware of it and understand how to do it and how to deal with the issues, then I can't see it working.
From an educational perspective and from an employer's perspective, a lot of universities are going in that direction, away from kind of traditional assessments and towards soft skills, which are a bit more difficult to assess. But in the last couple of years, there's been a lot of research done at the University of Western Sydney, in particular going around to employers and finding out what skills they felt, their graduate attributes the graduates needed. And whereas obviously our traditional learning environment is based around assessments that are study the curriculum, do the assessment, get out there and try to get a job, they want people to have a lot more of these intangible skills that are harder to assess. And it could be, problem solving is absolutely one of them. So rather than just giving a student asking them for their thoughts on whatever's in a textbook. It's actually setting them problems that aren't things that they've already learned how to do by rote, and having to figure them out, work in a group and figure them out, kind of work together, stuff like that. So these things that are, perhaps a bit harder to assess, perhaps a bit harder to monitor, but as I've said, just because something's a bit harder to do doesn't mean that it shouldn't be done, and it doesn't mean that it's not impossible to figure out.